our variation of the speed box squat. Very similar to the max effort box squat, this being a dynamic variation. You want your feet somewhat in a medium stance. The reason for that is in 80% of all of strongman, this is the stance you're going to be taking. We're going to go to a box that is roughly parallel, where basically your knee is level with your hips, and you can vary the box height depending on your goals. Some key components: one, never ever sit on the box hard. You never want to come down on eccentric and hit that box hard. You can seriously get hurt. Nice, even eccentric to the box. You want to come down nice and even. Whoops. Lean back slightly. Lean forward, and then from here you want to just power up dynamically. Thrust that bar as hard as you can up in the air. Another thing to consider, especially if you're training alone, don't get so hung up on the weight that you're going to be using. This is for speed. There's a balancing act. If you use too much weight, you're going to be too slow. If you don't use enough weight, then you're not going to be creating as much power. One of the cues that I use is I listen to the barbell. When you're doing the concentric portion and you get to the top, you should hear the plates kind of rattle. I'll do a set. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. So I'll come in. I'll place my feet underneath the bar. Just double check, see where they're at. Get in position. Slide my feet back. I'll take in a big breath. I'll brace super hard like it's a max effort squat. Slowly do an eccentric, touch the box, lean back, go forward, and then I'll dynamically pop the weight up, and you hopefully will hear the weights at the top. So, what weights should you use? I'd say a rough estimate would be like 50% of your max squat. I'll just throw some numbers out there. Say your max squat is 300 pounds, 150 pounds. Try that. 10 sets of 2, every minute on a minute. What you really want to concentrate on is the dynamic portion of the lift. Like I said, don't get too hung up on the weight. Go ahead, add weight slowly over time. What I mean by that is like over weeks and months. Segue into it nice and even. Another thing to consider, everybody loves bands and chains. I'm not against bands and chains. However, I am against using bands and chains in the beginning. Learn the movement first before you start adding all this other stuff. That comes later when you get way more experience. Why would you want to do a speed box squat? In strongman, it's not like powerlifting. You have to be moving, you have to be dynamic. This is one way to generate a lot of force, a lot of power, without having so much weight in your back. So for one, it's not as hard on your nervous system, which is great. And also it primes the pump for like the max effort work.